Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki and I'm a homeschooling mom of 6 kids. I have always homeschooled and you are in the right place if you're looking for creativity and inspiration for your homeschool this fall. So please go ahead and click the like button and subscribe to our channel on today's video. Okay, so in today's video, it is one of my favorite things to do as a mom for homeschool, and it is set the table with like a tablescape or a flat lay, as some people call them, on a theme. And so today's theme was autumn, all about the seasons changing, all about just anything autumn, the leaves, just all kind of stuff. We've got all kind of fun stuff. And so I thought it would be fun for me to share the resources that I use to teach my kids today in a fun way that doesn't require opening up a book and filling out a bunch of worksheets, because I promise you they learn more today than they would have if I would have given them a sheet of paper on the seasons or on things of autumn. This is hands-on learning. It is fun. It is something that I hope my kids, when they get older will remember about our homeschool, and it is something that I envision myself doing with my grandchildren one day. Honestly, it is one of my favorite things to do as a homeschool mom. And I have not done this in a while, so I hope you enjoy everything. I did a little clip and showed you earlier in the intro, so I'm just gonna go kind of piece by piece of what I have laid out for them. So this is a new company to me, and I am slightly obsessed with her materials. She's so good. She's so talented, she's so unique. There is nothing that I've seen that is like her style of creating, whether it's a book companion or things like I'm doing today. She's very creative and is teaching O&A. You can find her over on Instagram. She has an Etsy shop, and she's just really good. Like, I love it. So in the theme of autumn, she has a owl packet that comes with all of these different times on there. So they turn the little hands on the owl to the time that it's supposed to be on. You just put a little brad in and do it that way. And so then I also set it up. I took just like a wooden tray. Melissa and Doug toys are great. You don't have to spend money on the actual like Montessori trays. Just get whatever you get through with the Melissa and Doug toys, or however you store them. Just save the trays because they're really good. But I dyed, you can kind of see here, some different color rice. Kind of the theme of the colors was the orange, yellow, and red also. We are going to extend that tomorrow for my younger kids on mixing colors, and I'm going to bring in, I believe I have it. I think it's the dot. I'll have to find it in a minute, and I will share it at the end of the video if I remember. If I don't, please comment below and let me know to share the book. But it is like a book where you like take 2 hands, which I have 2 toddlers, so we're gonna do that. And one would put yellow on one hand and one would put orange on one hand, and then they mix it together, and then obviously, yellow on one hand, red on one hand, and you mix it together. Anyway, so we're gonna extend that and do like how the colors are made. We're gonna do that lesson tomorrow. So everything was kind of in that color theme, but I just kind of put them in there for fun. And then tomorrow, when we're through with like the, since we've done the time lesson, I will just have this sitting out with some fun little sensory type stuff in it, and it'll become a sensory bin at that point. So the leaves came with that for the telling time, as well as these fun fall acorns. Okay, along with, so that was a separate unit. Then I purchased her seasons unit. And let me just tell you, I am such a sucker for this. So it folds up, kind of make it so it's like the seasons here. You can see. And then it opens up, and each one has their own pocket with their own little people in it. So let me turn my camera around and show you what is in this packet. Okay, so each season comes with like a cute little person. You can see here. I mean, look how adorable. And here's the one for spring. And then like for the fall, I'm only going to show you the fall, but this was a great visual for my younger kids to see, oh, we do this in the spring. Oh, we do this in the fall. Oh, we do this in the summer. Like, it was fun for them to pull everything out and kind of figure out where, you know, each one falled in line of the season. So in the fall, we have this cute little girl. We have the pumpkin life cycle We have this cute little envelope here that has different types of trees in it and their colors. The little squirrel, and we talked about hibernation. We have this little acorn that has like little facts on it there. We have pumpkins for fall, little hedgehogs, and I think that was all that was included in that. So just really fun. And then also with that same one was this visual here where they can go and clip on the season that the picture represents. And then last but not least, there was this cute little envelope that you could create, and each one had the trees that matched the season. So this is September, October, and then we've got November. Okay, so moving right along from there, let's see, we covered that. These are just the play silks. I don't have fancy silks, the Sarah silks. I have a few of them that I've purchased off of our scholarship, but I just thought this kind of brought it to life. I saw another mom on Instagram do this, so I had to do that. And it just kind of, you know, was fun bringing the colors in together. And then this set here I have had since my youngest was probably in kindergarten, maybe first grade, but I just did liquid watercolors in here for them. Obviously the yellow, orange, and red. And then these are a packet, a box that I got, and it just had the 6 leaves with the 6 matching cards. Okay, and here is what the box looks like that they come in. I really like these. These are done by the We Gallery. But I love that they're black and white, and a lot of times I'll just lay them out and then let them match. Obviously that's what it's meant to do. But in the theme of the leaves in the autumn, we had that set out today. Then, okay, so this is a logic game here, and I just thought it was fun to bring in like the little fox, and we've got little mushrooms. And so if you're not familiar with logic games, these are a great resource to have on deck. Even my 4-year-old can do this. My 3-year-old, he could do some of them, but not all of them. But let's see if I can find the beginning to show you. These are done by Smart Games. We have several of these games, and a lot of times in the morning time I will set these out on the table for them to do. But you can see here it goes by different levels on the side. But for instance, this is the first one here, and so you just have them match exactly like the picture. So it's pretty self-explanatory, and it's easy, and it was fun. A fun little addition to have on my table for, I would say, my 3, 4-year-old and 8-year-old. He loves to do these too. And this is a great one for kids whose mind is like wandering. It helps them focus because it is a logic game. These little wooden numbers that I have set out that spelled autumn came from Allison's Montessori. They have them, if you're in Florida, they have them on the homeschool scholarship. Most of this stuff, if you are lucky enough to live in Florida and have the scholarship, you can get reimbursed. I would say all of this you can get reimbursed. And then a lot of it, a huge chunk of it is on the scholarship. But even before we lived in Florida, because this is our first year, I just would source things out from the library. You can get Google, on YouTube, Google different books and have someone read a picture book to you if you don't have it, if your library doesn't have it in hand. There's so many ways to get your hands on resources without breaking the bank, obviously. These cute little leaf guys, leaf men, these came from Hobby Lobby. And then this is a book that I did not love last year, to be quite honest. I did not like it. And all of a sudden this year, like everything that we're doing is in it. And so I love it again. So this is the Slow Down book. And then this talked about why the trees change colors and photosynthesis and the chlorophyll that are in the leaves. And I cannot find it at the current moment. But a few years ago, we did a science project where we gathered the leaves and put them in water and then had strips running out to see the chlorophyll come out of the colors come out of the leaves. And so it was a great representation of chlorophyll. So I'm gonna try to find that. And if you don't follow me over on Instagram, you should. It's the High Tide Hive. And I will post that over there and save it in this highlight for whoever's interested. Okay, this next book I told them today, I have had this since my very first day of homeschooling. With my oldest in kindergarten, I did My Father's World, and this is one of the books that came with it. And this is just a really sweet book of life on a farm and how farm life and chores change with the seasons. So this is a fun one to have. I've had it for years and years and years. Let me grab, actually I have one here. This one is a thrifted find. Maybe check thrift books if you're interested in it, but this one is really neat. It's the Four Seasons, and it is one of those books, let's see if you can tell, I'll try to do it this way, that have the clear pages. So like when you go from, like this one is winter to spring, it shows you. And then in between each season, it has like what the animals are doing, different things that are happening in that season. So like this one was from spring to summer. Let me try to show you guys. Okay, so this one here is from summer to fall. Isn't that beautiful? And then it has, you know, all kind of information about the flowers and the seeds and, you know, whatnot with fall and migration, which we are about to do a whole thing on migration. So if you're interested in that, let me know and I will film a video as we do that. And let me grab a couple of the other books and I will show you those. Okay, so keeping up with the theme of the picture books that I've used, this one has quickly become a favorite. It has not been a favorite in the past, but this year it is a favorite. There's one in here that it just talks about the different kinds of leaves, and then it kind of has like a little song, you know, like the linden leaves are shaped like hearts, shaped like hearts, shaped like hearts. The linden leaves are shaped like hearts. Autumn is here. And it was fun because we have been reading this one a bunch, and then we were at the park the other day and my 3-year-old was like, oh, look, Mom, there's a so-and-so leaf. It's shaped like a dinosaur's foot. And I'm like, okay, like they're actually learning from, you know, picture books, like things you don't think they're actually learning from. They really are. And books are the best way to bring any kind of subject to life. And then this is just a super simple one that goes into like what is fall and how many seasons are there, you know, your typical like what you think of when you think of fall. Okay, and then I have in this basket here, I just had these out. I have just some leaves I got from Dollar Tree, and then I have the mini writables. Hope you can see that. I'm trying to focus. There we go. From Jack and Link Toys. And they just write on these their spelling words. I have my 8-year-old write his spelling words on these, and then the other two practice like letters and write on these. So these were just fun to have sitting out as well. And then here I have a little leaf tray from the Dollar Tree that I filled with Dollar Tree beans. And then there's just different little shapes of leaves, and it is the life of a maple leaf. So it's like spring maple leaf, summer maple leaf, and then it goes all the way through the seasons of what the maple leaves look like. So that is fun. This is from Allison's Montessori as well. Let's see, moving right along. Oh, these were super fun. I had the watercolors set out, and these are watercolor leaves that I found from Colorations, the same company that does the liquid watercolors. And so they just painted these, and we'll just hang them up in the window here. Nothing fancy, but fun. Okay, these are, his tail broke, but he's cute. He's a fox. These are those German wooden toys. These are like heirloom toys. These came off the scholarship. I have some more fun woodland animal themed ones coming, as well as these little guys. Oops, sorry. These little guys here for pretend play. They were set out. I don't know the company that these came from. I'm sorry. And then I have over here, I'm gonna try to hold it up. I'm gonna take my leaves off. You saw how I had it. But this tray here is the 100 board from Treasures from Jennifer. And then these little pegs have little dowels on the back, so they just clip in. But this was great for counting. With my 3-year-old, I did 1 through 5, and then had count with these little manipulatives from Hobby Lobby that I had in a basket here. And then with my 4-year-old, I had her count 1 through 20, and we used the same manipulatives there. And then last but not least, we did homemade Play-Doh. My favorite recipe is from I Heart Nap Time. It's super easy, super simple to make. I did that, and I had it in all the colors, but they've obviously mixed them together, which is fine. But I have these fun little rollers that have the leaves on them and then the little stamper here. And we've got like snails and squirrels and bats with all the different, so like when you roll it out, like this one is a tree. So that was really fun for them. And then last but not least, to bring it in for my older kids, since we talked about chlorophyll and photosynthesis and seasons, I had them notebook. This child is not through yet, but he chose to do the seasons, and then he will go back and on the sides he will write information in on the seasons. So that is it for today's video. I hope that this inspired you to get creative in your own home and really bring fall and autumn and the seasons to life in a fun and unique way, using what you have, or maybe what you've thrifted, or maybe you want to splurge and put some money in for those heirloom type toys. But I hope this was fun for you guys, and please go ahead and subscribe if you've not already, and follow us over on Instagram, and we will see you in the next one. Okay. I'm sorry. Yellow on one hand, red on one hand, you mix it together and it makes orange. Is that right? That's right.